Hey everybody, welcome to the nightly vid. We're going to see Q's inside day closer to going up or down, really, and same with the rest of the inside days we're going to see here. SPY, inside day, right? If we take them down, you'd take the 322 and the 22 weeks down across the whole market. Dow did start slight 2 down, and then IWM inside day, same thing, closer to 2 down or, 2 up, we'll see. What we do see is the VIX, they pop it up and go inside, so if that starts puking, these are likely to go higher, right? So we'll see, what happens there. To start the week, gold and silver did firm up a tad bit. We'll see, if anything comes of that. But we're going to have a lot of inside stuff in dojis. You'll see materials inside. Energies, XLE starts 2 up. XOP starts 2 up, and then OIH is 3-1. So if those energies are going to keep going on Tuesday, right, 3-on-2 on OIH would give you this broadening formation in here if they go reversal. If we look at the semis, you'll see the semis, they poke down. They start as 2 down in green on the day to start the week. So turn around Tuesday, does that firm up? And then we will see real estates were a little bit more firm than others to start the week. And that's kind of about it. Not too much else going on. When we look at, make sure my XLV's up here. XLV is also slight 2 down green. So a lot of inside days. We're going to be scanning who's inside up, who's inside down tomorrow, and see how many breaks we get, just because we'll have a lot of them. So we're going to try and disseminate that tomorrow morning. That being said, we have a few. So Roku, you're going to see inside day Roku could go pivot machine gun up into 78.63. If we go to MAR, inside day, which would confirm the 2-2 quarter in force. Above that, right, 282.32 just about. We go to Affirm. It was gunning to start the day with Square to start the day in the week. They go into exhaustion risk, but we'll keep an eye on those. They've been pretty good. You can see Square is starting to go into exhaustion risk on the quarter as well. So just be careful of that, but Affirm is inside 4 hour. On the downside of things, CDW, big pukage right into the lows and then inside day. So up or down. If it's down, this quarterly broad information could get bigger still. Go to LDOS. You'll see also big pukage off the highs and then inside day. And just be careful of the spreads in there. If we go to the 2-2s, Zillow Group / Zillow. If we go there, you'll see Zillow inside day, potential pivot machine gun, inside month still in force. So this would reconfirm that. Above this, 73.43. And I'd want to be looking at those like 74.75 calls if we're going to play it. If we take a look at this week's 74 calls, they're 93 cents by $1.07, so slightly spready, about 14%. But if this plays out, those would be worth $2-3 even at that on Friday, so they could go to like 4 or 5 earlier in the week. So we'll see. If we go to Rivian, we're going to see shooter counter hammer. If things are weak tomorrow, you'd have this below here, 9.86. You want to be looking at those Rivian $10 puts. And those are trading at 30 cents. So below 9.5, those will be trading about 60 cents with the theta value included. But you'd have this 3-2 week that could get puking, and you'd have this 2-2 quarter in force that could get puking to 8.26. So, below this stuff tomorrow, 9.85, the 10 put, if we go to 8.26, that'd be worth $1.80 a piece, trading at 30 cents right now on the weeklies. If we go to AA, Alcoa, and the materials went inside days, so we'll see. But this has the hammer counter shoot day above this, 44.2, which could trigger the week above 45.15 to reconfirm a quarter above 43.1. It does have exhaustion risk. We'll be aware of that. 4.5. We've already taken it out. But this signal would try and get it going again, right? So looking at Alcoa, the spreads on the weeklies are not the best in here. If we go into next month's contracts, you'll have like a 9-cent spread on the 44 calls. I believe, I'm not sure if that'll cover in earnings or not. But if you're going to look for tighter spreads, you'd go to next month, the December 20th, like 44s, which would be kind of at the money tomorrow. If we go to Monster, you got some nice triangle, 3 on the week. That's broad information. Could have the 2-2 back into the 3 on a Tuesday, which would confirm a quarterly 2-2 in force after triangle layout. And if we go to something like Square, you're going to see how that normally will work, right? So notice this big 3 on the week, right? This occurred within that week, but notice the triangle out and then 2-2, right? And this was while the quarter was down here, 73.36. So you can see they stop out all the initial quarterly buyers, and then they go again, right? Bang, to the highs. So we'll see if they do that with Monster. If we go to IonQ, they really took out a lot of guys today, but the month's still really green, quarter's still really green, still an inside week, so they're not going down. So if they reverse it, 28.47, they could blow all those shorts out with full time frame continuity. I'd like to know about that. And then Upstart, if things are weak, we'll have the shooter counter hammer 322 on a Tuesday to trigger a 322 week from exhaustion risk. So if Square and Affirm, that stuff starts weakening up, this will be the weaker of the bunch because it's already closer to the week down, and those are not. On the downside, shooters, kind of want to remove this one, but Charter, it's momentum to confirm a shooter week reversal, which could start a RevStrat month if that works, to 36.16 on the week, 367.16 on the week. The only thing is it would not negate the quarter or anything, so it's a maybe. I kind of want to remove it, but I'll leave it for now. We get a DXCM. See a shooter for a 2-2 on a Tuesday, which would reclaim a 3 on the day, maybe cause an outside week, and it would reclaim a 3 on the month, and it's still mother bar on the quarter, so be aware of that, but we're at the top of that triangle, so maybe we could cause the breakout of that quarterly try. We already know healthcares are really getting killed. When we look at the percent change losers today, every single one is healthcare for the most part, which is where the next thing will come in. If we go to just experimental watch, it's not something that I'm like super stoked to trade. It's just something I'm watching. INSM, so 3-2 down in green week, 2-2 day off the bottom of the try hammer, maybe, right? We'll see what comes of it. Then ENTG, potential 2-2 off the bottom of the range for a RevStrat week, and if that works, so we don't have to go get it right in here, we can wait and see if it starts gunning, but if that works, you get huge PMG back up with a reclaim of an outside quarter, so we'll see. And then Halo starts off the week puking in the healthcares, 2-2 quarter in force, outside month, and then 3-2 week. So something I want to keep an eye on if they start really falling apart, or continuing to fall apart, right? 29.85. So next month's puts at 40. They're trading like, I think, $1.50, right? Which would go to 10 down in here. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, see if they triangle out. But just some stuff that I'm just going to keep an eye on throughout the week. And then in here for the smaller count guys, we had some uranium news to start the week. You'll see the 2-2 quarter UUU, 2 up day, week, month, quarter, everything 2ing to the upside. So we'll see tomorrow. You can see this 31260 setup. You'll also see this on the 4-hour, the inside 4-hour hammer. The $8 or 7.5 calls, of which there is no 7.5. So the $8 calls, if we go up into 903, they'd be worth $1 a piece. They're trading at 30 cents right now, so they'd be 3x, or give or take, just under 3x, potentially, right? And then we'll see if that gets going again on Tuesday to reconfirm the quarterly signal pivot machine gun to 903. I'm pretty confident on that one, so definitely gonna want to know about that, in my opinion. That being said, with all the inside days, we will be scanning to start the week, and we said in the weekend vid what we'd be scanning for. So if we go in there, app.strat alerts, you can see on the week 322 to the downside. You got 35 things, 3-2 up, 2 down, and if we go in force, you're not going to have that many of them, but you can see 3-2 up, 2 down on about 9 things in here that closed in force. It's not really specific. There's some industrials in here, and then Octa. If we go and click that, this is something we were looking at last week, Thursday. You're going to see they're just falling through the 322 day. So you see top of the try, 322 puke, right? Gets killed. So they go 322 week, but nothing crazy yet. If we go just in force, 2 down on the week. So we have 52 names, right? If we go in force, 2 up on the week, 21. So we have slight bearish tilt to start the week. If we go to current candle, a 1. 366 weeks still stuck inside, so we still don't got that much going on yet. So we'll see tomorrow with these inside days. This will cause the weekly 2s to get moving, and if we go to the weekly inside bars, breaking 2 up, you'll see 42 inside weeks breaking 2 up. There's a few going red, but most of them 2 up in green. If we go 2 down, 98. So you can see we still have that bearish tilt. So all these 2 downs, you can see like half of these are green and then the rest are still red. We'll see, do these confirm tomorrow and then things start falling apart with all the indexes inside day down, or do they negate with all the inside up on the indexes and all these turning into potential rev strats, right? So that's kind of the thought there. But if we go and just take a look at, like, for example, DHI, you're going to see it double inside week down, right? Starts slightly lower, but that could turn into rev strat the other way really easily on Tuesday. So we're not going to make any presumptions yet. But that being said, that's about all I've got for you guys. We'll be monitoring those inside days up and down tomorrow. And to make it simpler, gonna keep that eye on that list. And then what I normally do is I scan between the Dow Jones and like the S&P 100 and the NASDAQ 100, who's inside up, who's inside down, to get a count. And that's kind of how we do it. But that's all I've got for you guys tonight. So have a good rest of your night. See you guys bright and early in the morning for those in stat, and adios.